So just approach safely. Ensure, look around. Be sure that the casualty is not lying down on a life cable, for instance. Know what can happen if the casualty is lying down on a life cable. And you touch. So you approach the casualty, you hold on to the casualty, and you're just there, smiling. Okay? Energized. So approach safely. Ensure you don't have to run. For instance, if an housekeeper was cleaning the floor before going unconscious, you know what can happen if you are running on a slippery floor. You may soon join the housekeeper on the floor. Okay, so that's the first point. Then next is, remember, danger. Next is response. Hello, Mr. Miss, Madam. Hello, what happened? I'm here to help. Annie, Annie is not responding. At that point, if you were the only person in the room or around, you may need to seek for help. So, if you approach an accident scene, the scene safely, check for danger, it is safe. Try getting the response, and it's not responding, and you are the only person, I can as well open this. Okay? So, if that isn't working, or if you are unable to get help, because you don't have to leave the compound and start running from one office to another office trying to get help. Remember, at the point where the casualty is not breathing, it has about 4 to 6 minutes before the brain starts to shut down. So you don't spend all the time trying to get help. Why the help is important is because at the point where the casualty is not breathing, you still need to make a call to the EMS. So if you are the only person, you have to leave the casualty and make a call, because you cannot perform CPR and not be able to smell or might be able to hear you. So try and get all forms of response. Yes, sometimes you even get pain response, just minor pinch. To get a pain response doesn't mean you get a hammer and bring out the hand of the casualty and smash it. No. If the casualty was in coma, the casualty would not respond. Okay? So this is enough. Do not shake. Don't when you're watching African Magic. Yoruba. Babajide. And then, no, you don't have to do that. Do not do that. Just this. And for infants, all you need to do to get the response of the infant is this. And it's not recommended that you tap this, because you might just be moving the infant. But this is enough.
Take off.
Baby. One time. So the baby or the person is not responding. Remember, approach safely, get response. If you are the only person, get help. If you are unable to get help, come back to the casualty. So, in your primary survey, it is important, remember, response and airway. Like someone did ask, how do we open the airway? Now all I need to do is place the palm on the forehead, 2 fingers at the point, tilt the head backward and lift the jaw. Can you see this? Now, and then you wonder, at what point do you stop? There is a natural tension. Once you feel it, all you need to do is stop. You don't have to keep tilting until you hear the crack sound. Crack, 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 crack. No, just this, and then stop. Now, for the fact that the airway is opened, doesn't guarantee that the casualty is breathing. So I have to check if the casualty is breathing. How do I check if the casualty is breathing? I need to listen to the breath, I need to feel the breath, and I need to focus on the chest to see if the chest is rising and falling. Listen, feel, look. Okay? So, remember how to open the airway, palm on the forehead, 2 fingers at the point, tilt the head backward, lift the jaw, and do this. For about 10 seconds, you should be able to establish if the casualty is breathing or not. Okay? And once you are able to confirm that the casualty is breathing or not, then it takes you to the next. You have to call. Remember, if you are in Lagos, out out there, outside the premises, remember to call 767 or 112. If you are within our own premises, I'm sure you know, just give instruction to someone to get you the AED and what have you. So, can we continue? Okay, so when the casualty is breathing, remember, if the casualty is breathing, you don't not need CPR. You only perform CPR if someone is not breathing. So if someone is breathing and they are unresponsive, do not perform CPR. So the casualty, in this case, is not breathing. All you need to do is pick up the phone, call the ambulance. Remember, when you call the ambulance, you state your name, the same situation, your location. Another interesting aspect in our own environment is not just the location. You may have to describe the location. So it might not be enough for you to say Ikeja. It might not be enough for you to say GRA. How do I get to the street where you are? So you may need to describe using popular features. Okay? You have to say maybe after the total filling station, you turn right, then the third junction, then the second roundabout, blah blah blah. So now let's come back to CPR. The casualty is not breathing. I've engaged the emergency medical service and they are on the way. Now, but I have to continue performing CPR. I do not need to open up the casualty, remove the clothing. So I do not need to do that. But for the sake of learning, and also because the casualty is putting on a type of wear that has this, the zip. Applying pressure on the zip line could hurt me and even the casualty. So then I can remove. And for the purpose of learning, I would open also so that you see the chest. Okay. For us to commence CPR, I need to locate the center of the chest. This is the center of the chest, I can tell. Well, how was I able to tell? All you need to do is draw an imaginary line along the sternum, the breastbone, and another line across the breast. Imaginary line. You don't have to pick a pencil and a ruler and then start drawing. It's just imaginary. You can see it. Okay, so this is the center of the chest. Locate the center of the chest. Place the heel of one hand on the center. It could be your left, it could be your right, depending on whichever is convenient. You are not compressing at the left side of the chest. You are compressing at the center of the chest. So don't tell me the heart is situated at the left side. No, it's situated at the center of the chest. So you are compressing the center of the chest. Okay? So this is what you do. Interlock with the other. Keep your arm straight. Relax your back straight. Your shoulder relaxed. And then lean forward. Okay? So what we want to do is achieve a state where the arm is perpendicular to the chest. Interlock and ensure you compress downward, vertically downward. For this mannequin, you get the click sound that tells you you are actually doing the right thing. Okay? Don't do this. Don't rock. Compress vertically downward. You are compressing about 1/3 the depth of the chest. This is, you don't have to measure that too. It's about 5 centimeters, but just use your head. When you compress on this mannequin, you get that click sound. Okay? Now, you compress for 30 times, but at a rate of 100 to 120 compression in a minute. How are we going to get that is another issue. Quite simple. For average adults at rest, your heart, your pulse is generally for adults is about 60 to 100. That is the range of your pulse for healthy adults. For most adults at rest, you go about 70-72 beats per minute. So if you are going 72, all you need to do is get familiar with the pulse rate. And then you compress, your own compression when it comes to CPR is faster. Now this is the normal for me. Then when I want to compress, I do. You see that? So with that, I should be able to achieve 100 compression in a minute. That also means that in 1 minute I would have given about 30 compression because you are giving 30 compression per CPR cycle. That means I would have done 3 cycles in 1 minute. Are you following? Yeah. Okay, so we do this. Are we together? Staying alive. Oh, there's no staying alive. No. So that is out of it.
This is what you are doing. Will it be okay for you to be able to breathe very well?
Yes. Yeah. This.
Because I saw this once when I was inside the traffic that day. So I just luckily saw the ambulance going. They were just putting the one and just pressing like this. I said what? So they're just pressing it like this.
Okay, this is how it works. You see, when someone collapses
and they are going
for adult and they are not breathing, most likely the heart has stopped working. You know this is the way your heart works. What we are trying to do is that you are a driver, right? You push car to work to start sometimes. It's the same thing we are doing. So the heart has stopped pumping. So when we compress, what we are doing is we are just making the heart work.
To pump blood.
We are simulating the action of the heart. So that compression will pump blood around. Quite simple, right? It's just like this. The heart works itself. But now we have a condition whereby the heart has stopped working. So you start compressing. So now simulate that. And that will now be pushing blood around. Remember, it's not just pushing blood around the body, it's getting oxygen to the brain. Then that will help to resuscitate the person. Okay? So let's do that again. So let me do the CPR proper. Remember, you've approached safely, you've checked response, the person wasn't responding, you were able to shout for help, whether you get help or not, you come back to the casualty to open the airway, check for breathing. The person isn't breathing, you are the only person, you pick up your phone and call the ambulance. And then you come to the scene and start CPR. Okay? So I'm going to go 30 chest compression and ventilate. So that is 30 chest compression. And then I'll come here. Remember, I open the airway, I'll close the nose, pinch the nose close, open the mouth, and check for obvious obstruction. Maybe the casualty was eating when it choked on the food and stopped breathing. So I've checked the mouth for obvious obstruction. Obvious. If you can't find it, it is not there. Okay? So for the purpose of training, if you are coming out to perform your CPR, I'll give you a face shield. This is a type of barrier, but this is for training only. So before I place this, I will show you what I will do. Remember to open the airway, pinch the nose closed, check the mouth for obvious obstruction. If you can find it, take it out. If not, leave it. Taking breath, normal breath. You don't have to. No, that can increase the pressure and result into what we call gastric inflation. In gastric inflation, it can force out stomach content out, like the person vomiting, because of the pressure of the ventilation. But for it, all you need to do is just relax. Yeah, because of anxiety, you tend to breathe more. But try and control that, relax and breathe in normally. Open the airway, close the nose, open your mouth wide and place your mouth over the casualty's mouth. Seal your mouth over the casualty's mouth and breathe in gently. While you're breathing in, your eyes are focused on the chest to see that the chest is rising and falling. Okay, so let me place this side up. Remember, open the airway, pinch the nose closed. You see that? 2 breaths. Once you blow in for about a second, you remove your mouth. Gravity is going to push the chest down and the air is going to escape. Okay? So let me go over this again. CPR, 30 chest compression. 2 breaths. Okay.